The thing you regret is that you didn't do it sooner. Here I am, 40 kilos lighter, right? And I've never been stronger or faster than I am now. So there's absolutely no reason to keep on doing what you're doing. I've always considered myself this classic animal lover, and at some point I just realized what a big hypocrite I was. I had all the knowledge because my whole family is vegan, and my sister and brother had been vegan for 10 to 20 years before me, so I was a late bloomer. I just needed to get to a point in my life where I was kind of ready to make the move, so to speak. I started out buying free-range meat, thought I was making a difference. Step by step, at some point I was stuck out. I didn't have anything in my freezer, and my sister said, so why don't you go for it for just a week or so? I never looked back, basically. I've met all the same obstacles as everyone else, from my friends, from at work, going to restaurants, whatever. I think you have to reach a point where you're at a personal level where you can think beyond yourself. I think that's the key to this. We live in a society where personal gain is set above anything else. And I think that people don't necessarily want to think about it too much because they do know it's wrong, but they kind of just block it out. Denmark is a Western country where we've had an abundance of meat for several years, and it's a big part of our culture. People always think that organic is free range. There's a big difference. Organic pigs, for instance, they are to be born on a grass field free range. When they reach about 30 kilos or so, they are put in a barn and fed up to around 100 to 130 kilos, and they're slaughtered at a very young age still. If you went to just any consumer on the street and asked them, they would have the idea that the meat they're buying, if it has an organic mark on it, it's a pig that lived a full life on a grass field somewhere. That's the fairy tale that the industry wants you to believe in. I've visited conventional pig farms, organic pig farms as well. Whenever I go there and I bring a bunch of people just to show them the good example, when people leave, they don't want to eat it anymore. There will always be a bunch of people leaving that place saying, I'm never eating that again. People need to see what's really going on, not what they put on the packages in the supermarket, where you see a pig on a grass field. Well, the meat in there's never been on a grass field. Best case scenario, if it's organic, yeah, it was born on a grass field, but it was put in a barn afterwards. I don't know the number for Denmark, and in Denmark we only gas them. If you go to the UK, it's approximately 40 million male chicks a year that gets put in a grinder straight after being hatched. So, and it happens whether or not it's organic or if it's cage hens or whatever, it's the same process because they're just a waste product. You can't use them for anything. It's not profitable to feed them and then kill them, because there's not enough meat on them. Talking about dairy farms in Denmark, there's a big discussion going on about whether it has to be organic or not. And one of the key arguments is whether you remove the calf from its mother after 12 hours or you do it after 24 hours. That's one of the benchmarks to where you can get an organic mark or not. People really take that into effect, that it needs to be there for 24 hours. There could be arguments saying the faster you remove it, the less pain or mental pain you'll put on both the calf and its mother. That's just crazy. So we are arguing about how much mistreatment can we put on animals instead of third option. That's difficult. That's difficult to deal with. I've not accepted, but I've acknowledged the fact that we're not going to get there tomorrow. And every step along the way, well, that's a step towards the end of speciesism, basically. So even though our government is not doing anything to improve the standards of animal agriculture, the consumers are doing it.